Imagine being a young, hopeful prison guard, only to find yourself in a world where survival means bending the rules. This is the story of Luis Sandoval. In the summer of 1985, 21-year-old Luis Sandoval started his job at Huntsville's Ellis I Unit, unaware of the dark path ahead. On his first week, he witnessed a gruesome murder, a Hispanic inmate with his neck slashed, staggering towards the infirmary. The brutality and helplessness Sandoval felt that day haunted him, making him realize the harsh reality of prison life. Surrounded by violent criminals, Sandoval's nerves were on edge. He took up smoking, a habit quickly noted by the inmates. "Hey, boss, you got a light?" The inmates' seemingly innocent requests began to chip away at Sandoval's resolve. Lighting a cigarette was just the beginning. Soon, Sandoval found himself doing small favors, each one leading to bigger requests. Inmates have their own society within the prison walls, complete with money, prostitution, gambling, and extortion. Sandoval, like many guards, became a product of this environment, blurring the lines between right and wrong. 2 years after lighting his first cigarette, Sandoval was delivering drugs for the Texas Syndicate, the state's deadliest prison gang. By May 1991, Sandoval was behind bars, facing a jury for allegedly aiding in a gang plot to kill an inmate. The trial revealed the dark underbelly of the Texas penal system, where gangs controlled inmate behavior more than the guards did. Prosecutors admitted that the Texas Syndicate's power was well known among prison staff. Witnesses, including guards and inmates, testified about the rampant corruption and gang influence within the prison. Sandoval's story was a shocking revelation of how Texas prisons had become breeding grounds for organized crime. The trial highlighted the systemic issues, where guards struggled to maintain order and often became complicit in criminal activities. Sandoval's defense argued that the prison system had set him up to fail, asking the impossible of its guards. Despite the damning evidence, many guards testified that they had no knowledge of Sandoval's involvement in drug transactions. The trial exposed the grim reality: the real power in Texas prisons lay with the inmates, not the state or the guards. The Ruiz versus Estelle decree in 1980 had aimed to reform the prison system, but it left a dangerous power vacuum. The removal of brutal trustees, known as building tenders, led to the rise of violent prison gangs. Gangs like the Texas Syndicate, Mexican Mafia, and Aryan Brotherhood filled the power void, controlling the prison economy. Inmates joined gangs for protection, turning prisons into battlegrounds for turf wars and drug trafficking. Sandoval's involvement with the Texas Syndicate began with small favors and escalated to drug smuggling. Fear and the corrupt prison environment pushed Sandoval deeper into the gang's clutches. Despite his initial reluctance, Sandoval became a reliable drug mule, smuggling marijuana into the prison multiple times. The Texas Syndicate's influence was so pervasive that even guards feared crossing them. Sandoval's downfall came when he was accused of aiding in the murder of inmate Joe Arredondo, a Texas Syndicate member. The trial's outcome hinged on the testimonies of convicted felons, who had their own motives for testifying against Sandoval. In the end, the jury found Sandoval not guilty, but his life was forever changed by the experience. Sandoval's story is a stark reminder of the moral complexities and dangers faced by prison guards. In the world of Texas prisons, the lines between right and wrong are often blurred, leaving everyone involved in a constant struggle for survival. Stay vigilant, stay strong.